The images were dramatic. A North Korean defector fleeing across the border, collapsing in a hail of bullets, dragged to safety by South Korean soldiers.
Yeah, that's the difference between North Korea and South Korea. North Korea, they'll just shoot you and kill you. And South Korea, they will help you. What did it say? Did it say South Korea is... I'm not sure. Yeah, South Korea is better than North Korea.
Pictures seen around the world.
Oh yeah, I met this guy in real life actually once.
We showed them to the former North Korean soldier who made that stunning escape.
This is you running
He was
for your
lucky guy.
life.
나도 가끔씩 보거든요.
I still can't believe it's me, Oh Chong-song says. The son of a general in North Korea, he lived on $100 a month. Now he lives in a small apartment without his family, but with his freedom.
We heard 2 bursts of about 40 rounds.
40 rounds?
Shane was the joint duty
My
officer that day at the
gosh.
DMZ.
He had indeed been shot twice in the shoulder, twice in the stomach, and one went in and hit a bone and went up into his lung.
Oh, so he got
So he
shot,
shot
4
5
times.
times.
The man wounded seemed unlikely to live.
He looked pretty done.
What's that like to
Wait, there was like 2 people who did run away?
Had indeed been shot twice in the shoulder, twice
They try, like this guy,
in the
and
stomach,
there's another one.
and one went in
They both are trying to shoot him.
and hit a
Okay.
bone and went up into his lung.
Oh.
Pretty done.
Let's continue.
What's that like to have your friends, the people that you have served with, firing at you as you run for freedom?
그래서 제가 이제
If I were in their shoes, I'd have done the same, he says.
Yeah,
He was driving.
They
yeah,
don't have
that was
any,
yeah,
like,
that shook the world.
anything.
That actually shocked the world.
I would love to visit the US one day, he said.
They can't like do not shoot him because they will get in trouble.
He wants to say thank you to the American medics who helped to save his life as he was helicoptered to the hospital, as well as to the South Korean people. Every time I watch the video, he says, I realize that I am alive is a miracle.
Yeah.
He was
That's
super
yeah, that
lucky.
is actually a miracle. Like he got shot 4 times and one of the bullet actually went through his lungs and he survived. You know, there is a really good South Korean drama. It's called Crash Landing on You. And in those dramas, like you get to really see, I wouldn't say the drama is realistic in the first place because, like spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the
Drama is
Crash
drama.
Landing on You, just scroll. But like South Korean girl really wouldn't like crash landing in North Korea in the first place and falling in love with a North Korean soldier, right? But I would say a lot of
And
oh yeah, like
it's like creepy sound. I'm not sure where, but I did hear this sound before. I'm not sure where, but I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah, like every freaking single morning. But that's Pyongyang though. But in like a smaller like you see the eerie sound, right? You hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like that's our alarm clock. You know how you can like when
Wow,
you go
that's
into your
crazy.
phone, like you can choose like different type of like alarm clock and alarm sounds, like different like pinging sounds. North Korean people get one default alarm clock, and that's it. Like that's all they get. Imagine like the rest of your life, you wake up listening to that music.
That's
Think about
sad.
that. Like, there's some people on the internet says,
That's
"I
super
love the
sad.
sound of alarm clock." Like, would you like if you were to listen to that sound like forever? Do you think you love that?
That's bad.
Does that happen only in Pyongyang?
No, it happens everywhere, but like the massive, like it's like massive speaker, like that's only in Pyongyang. Like in the smaller cities, we have a radios that you can never turn it off. It goes on.
Like that's crazy. It's crazy and super sad. Like the sound itself, like it's like sound of despair.
the time, and it goes off at certain time, and there are cars that comes out and then plays this sound and drives by and wake people up, and you have to come out and you have to clean the street. But this is in Pyongyang, and that's why you don't see people out here cleaning. Maybe you do. Maybe like there's little people
It's
right there,
crazy.
like people are just cleaning.
It's super empty. Man.
Yeah, that's the Yugyong Hotel. I think that's Koryo Hotel. Yeah, I think that's the Koryo Hotel. Hotel, like it's the signature of Pyongyang. Oh yeah,
Man,
it's
that's
it's
crazy.
the train station. This is Pyongyang. This is a train station, and there's like a massive speaker there, and that's only in Pyongyang. Yeah, like I do remember waking up to this kind of music. But you know what was really interesting though? Like I have like this bittersweet kind of like, because it's nostalgic. You know what I mean? Like I hate it at the same time. Like
I just don't know why they all don't run away from North Korea. It's just super despair there.
I hate it, but also I like it at the same time because it brings me like different kind of memories that are tied to this sound, so it's very interesting feeling. So not all of my memories from North Korea are bad.
It's still bad. There's not even one memory that's good for you. Of everything you do, it's like you're forced to do it. That's super bad. Yeah, I think this guy or woman are cleaning.
They just play this music like 5 minutes straight up so that people would eventually have to get up and it's like, oh, let's go to work, Eventually.
It's not like it's time to go to work. It's just annoying. They are not working. They are not getting like money, that enough money to change anything.
Eventually have to get up, and because you can't snooze, if you snooze you lose your life.
Yeah, of course they can't. They don't have even the option to do it.
Yeah, I gotta say one thing for sure. I'm sure Pyongyang is a lot cleaner than some parts of the LA. Like I'm sure because it's a requirement for you to.
It's not. They are not have. They don't have any choice by that. If they don't clean, it's like good game for them. GG.
Come out and clean the street and clean in North Korea. It's requirement for you to come out and clean the road and clean your 앞마당, like your in front of your house.
온 한해
Okay.
조국과 인민을 위한 끊임없는 헌신의 길을 이어오시며
What she's
조국 성사에 불멸할 영적
Okay.
연륜을 아로새기신
translate.
경의하는 김정은 동지께 새해의 첫 인사를 삼가 드립니다.
So this is the announcer actually getting up like probably January 1st, 2025, like 12:01, and she's giving Kim Jong-un like the first, like we call it 새해 인사, meaning like we give regards to someone else, but she's especially doing it in the national TV, giving New Year's greeting to Kim Jong-un, which is
Of course.
it's a
She
propaganda
doesn't have
piece,
any-
saying we're giving you utmost respect to
Anyway, do
you,
not do
our
it.
dear leader.
If she doesn't do it, the same goes for her. She'll go bye bye.
And she's bowing 90. Well, you see, like, it's so interesting because she doesn't bow. Maybe the video cuts off before she can bow 90 degrees. But like in Korea, like you have to bow 90 degrees, but she doesn't. So maybe the video cuts off too quickly. But let's watch it again.
온 한해 저국과 인민을 위한 끈이
North Korea celebrates 2025. I'm not sure if the person who actually put the title on there, like it should be North Korea celebrates, because in North Korea we don't we have the regular 2025 years, but we have Kim Il Sung's calendar year, right? So we go
What?
the North Korean years also go by Kim Il Sung's calendar year instead of like the Jesus calendar year, right?
Come on,
so
for
the
real?
person should have said, "Oh, North Korea is celebrating Kim Il Sung's birth, like Kim Il Sung's birth year, like year." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they didn't do that.
없는 혼신의 길을 이어오시며 조국 청사의
Of course they will not do that. They are not living there.
불멸할 영적 연륜을 아로새기신
Oh my gosh! So it's just like saying all these things of like, oh, like Kim Jong Un, like you have led us to this victory. Kim Jong Un, you have been working so hard, and Kim Jong Un, you are the hero of our nations. We give you.
경의하는 김정은 동지께
Yeah, it's like 경의하는 김정은 동지, meaning like, oh, our like respected dear leader, Kim Jong Un, we give you New Year's greetings.
Come on, all of those words are coming from like manga or anime. It's really weird to hear them. There's people are using them for real. It's like from the history.
Well, I feel like I'm just 1 year too late to review this, to react to this. But this is very common in North Korea. Like even in their birthdays too, right? So North Korea celebrates birthdays also more than their birthdays, just like Christmas. So like February 16th, April.
What is missing? That all the people living there just have one birthday per year. That would be funny.
April 15th, and then they might be celebrating Kim Jong-un's birthday too. But
It's not like funny. It's funny as like it's sad.
I've been also hearing that like Kim Jong-un is not as pushy as like he's not pushing like this legends of like how Kim Il Sung turned pine cones into grenades, like those kind of stories. He's more pushing like scientific routes, such as like like science, like because I wasn't introduced to like the evolution theories or dinosaurs or America ever being landed on the moon or things like that. But I heard that Kim Jong-un is now starting to do those kind of like evolution theories and like dinosaurs. Like, he's pushing the science.
They're all just a little too late, like 20, 30, 40 years late. There's like super gap in the between like North Korea and the rest of the world. Okay guys, and we're starting for the next thing. The children, what they are
Is this
getting.
some sort of like a North Korean cartoon? Oh, so you are a North Korean child and it's Saturday morning. This did not exist when I was in North Korea. So, I mean, Saturday morning existed when I was in North Korea. But, I mean, like this.
Yeah, they were just little late, like 40 years late. They didn't know what is cartoon.
TV program did not exist.
Maybe in 80 years they will add a little more new things.
When I was in North Korea. And it seems like this is in a colored TV where
Like anime.
I used to grow up in a black and white TV. So let's watch it. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah. It's a Yongnian Noguri. Yeah, and then it turns into a pencil. Yeah. Yeah, this is Yongnian Noguri. So it's like it's the show Clever Raccoon. This show existed. Yeah, sorry. I just like their whole like the introduction has changed, but it's still a Sam show. I can't believe it's going on for this long. It's been like what? Like it's been more than like 20 years since this.
There might be just one episode of it, and they are just repeating it.
You guys talk about One Piece
Non-stop.
going so long. North Korea, they like milk their like the brainwashing show for like longest years. North Korea can win that kind of medals for milking it so long. That's a Yeongmi and Noguri. There you go. That's the 곰돌이, and then there's the raccoon.
All of them are fats like Kim. I don't know what his name. The North Korean leader. The fatso.
Yeah.
What was it about?
So the show itself is about like I would say it's there is a lot of like brainwashing kind of context to it, but it's more on the science area. Like people like the show talks a lot about like science, like how like one of the things that I learned was like like if you were to carry a fish. Like a live fish,
In the bucket.
to somewhere. Like instead of putting them into a water, you just like put them in a ice, and then like they will survive a lot, fat like a lot long.
There's some type of fishes that do fish that lives inside of ice, but it depends by temperature.
Longer than water for some reason, and it was one of my favorite show as well. I mean like the Yeongmi and Noguri, Clever Raccoon, Boy General,
But you guys, North Korea, there's not that much things to watch.
and then the Boy General, and then Hedgehog and Squirrel and the Hedgehog. Yeah, so those three, and those two are the other two. Except this one has much more heavier, like a brainwashing kind of propaganda, kind of like it's heavy on that side. But this was less brainwashing, less of like hate America, like hate everyone else, but like I just love North Korea, hate everybody else. But this was more like a love science, and this is why like things are the way they are. They didn't talk about like the evolution theory though. They talked about like, oh, if you eat a poison mushroom, like you can just diffuse the poison by eating like a eggplant, and like you should put like when you're thawing like frozen things,
I'm not sure that's true.
like you shouldn't thaw it with like hot water. Instead, you should thaw it with like cold water because that makes much more sense.
It's just like educational content. for
Yeah,
kids.
a lot of it is educational content. Yeah,
Close to
DIY.
education.
do it yourself.
Do it yourself, home
Yeah,
poison
diffusing.
diffuser.
Yeah, I mean that's like there's higher chance of North Korean people, eating poison mushroom than American people trying to eat poison mushroom.
Right.
They would do it for different purposes, right?
Americans don't eat whatever they find in order to survive. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.